Hi everybody. This is Neeraj K. Raheja, the founder of the Ray of Light, extending a very warm welcome to all of you. Welcome back to this channel. Uh, Today we are going to delve deeper into certain more subtle aspects of the human mind. We all suffer from the content of our mind. The first thing we have to understand is most of us suffer the content of our mind. That content of our mind, which is not consciously addressed, and we don't we are not consciously aware that there is such and such content within us, and due to certain external circumstances or triggers, this gets highlighted or it is brought to our notice, but it is too late then because we don't actually have the sense of discretion or the sense of awareness which is required to address that situation, to acknowledge it, acknowledge the content. So let me give you an example. Now, most of us have days wherein we feel that we are absolutely feeling hopeless and helpless. We suffer inconsistencies on a day-to-day basis. Uh, we feel frustration, we feel despair, we feel anger, we feel sadness, grief, high levels of stress, fear on a regular basis because we are constantly anticipating the future. So these emotions are basically what I'm referring to as the content of our mind. Now, these emotions have their seed in our subconscious mind, where we subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is the storehouse of all these feelings, emotions, and the emotions associated with these feelings, the corresponding experiences, the knowledge, if any, by way of the lessons that we have learned out of experiencing these emotions on a regular basis. So this is the storehouse, what we call the subconscious mind. And when there is a trigger, when there is an external event, a situation or a circumstance, or something that we are anticipating, certain emotions based on the quality of the thoughts that we are experiencing right now, certain emotions which are hidden deep within ourselves suddenly come up to the surface and rise up to the surface like a bubble, and we end up experiencing the emotion associated with that particular thought, whether it is anxiety, grief, sadness, anger, jealousy, insecurity, whatever it might be. So on the external level, uh, we can do many things to alleviate our problems. For example, we can get into certain meditative practices, we can do deep breathing, we can try yoga, we can try certain calming exercises. All of those things are fine on the external level. So what happens is, when you experience a negative emotion, and you address it by way of, say, let's say for the sake of an example, where you address it by way of doing a calming meditation, like a 10-minute watching your breath meditation, or a Buddha meditation. What happens is, you're addressing the the problem or the emotion as and when it arises, but you are not looking deeper into as to how you can stop the flow or the ebb. You're not going deep down into the source and addressing the source of that emotion. You're not addressing the fact that you might do away with this situation, and within a few minutes there'll be another situation, and there will be another negative emotions, and you will be caught under the weight and the burden of that negative emotion, as a result of which uh, uh, constantly you're caught. So what we have to understand over here is, we'll have to go deep down into the source of that emotion and address the root cause of that emotion, thereby over a period of time through sustained practice of heightened awareness, we reduce the flow and the ebb of these negative emotions, rising up to the surface and causing problems in our external life, simply because we have addressed the root cause issue of the source of the problem. And this is what needs to be done. And this can be only done with a heightened state of awareness and going deeper into the human mind, going deeper into human life, understanding the fundamental reality of who we are, and knowing fully well that we are not the mind and we are not the body. And all of those things, these spiritual injunctions has to percolate deep down into our subconscious mind. And after percolation into our subconscious mind, we'll have to practice the truth behind these statements. We'll have to experience the truth behind these statements once, twice, thrice. We'll have to make it a constant habit. It has to become our lifestyle. Only then we will have a heightened state of awareness consistently and continually. And this heightened state of awareness will ensure that we live a life which is free from the constant jerks that we cause to our human system on a regular basis, by way of a few minutes we are happy and suddenly we are down in despair, and again we are cheerful, and again down in the dumps. So this constant disturbance that we cause to ourselves on a regular basis, this can be avoided. And this is the only way to peace. This is the absolutely the only way to peace. And peace, by the way, is our default setting. Most of us might not know that, but let me tell you with all the conviction in the world that peace and joy is our default setting. And this is exactly the emotion that we ought to have experienced as by virtue of being human. And uh, and this can be only achieved by a heightened state of awareness, and heightened state of awareness can only be achieved through diligent practice of the fundamental truths of life. There is no quick fix problem to it. There is no quick fix remedy. And all the external techniques that are out there, with all due respect to them, I wanted to just share that these techniques, I'm not saying they don't work, but they work while you are at it. And the moment you come back to the humdrum of life, as to day-to-day existence, these negative emotions again surface into the again come into the surface, and thereby cause a lot of disturbances in our life. So please do understand that awareness is the way of life, and uh, we will have to constantly, it has to be our constant endeavor to be more aware of our existence, of our thoughts, and our emotions, and slowly and steadily walking one step at a time, you reach a state wherein you experience a day which is absolutely unperturbed by negative emotions, and thereby you would have experienced peace. So if you liked what you just heard and listened to, please subscribe to our channel. It's called The Ray of Light, and this is me, Neeraj, signing off. Have a wonderful day, and may you be bestowed with peace and joy in your lives. Thank you so much.